what does Dak need to be to get the Cowboys not just back in the playoffs this season, but for them to make a real run? Because I don't know a Cowboys fan who says, oh, it'd be great if we made the playoffs.
Look, he needs to be at his very best. And quite honestly, through the first, 5 weeks last year, he was at his best. He was on his way to a career year at that point in time. And there was really nothing else that he could do. It's really not about him, though, as far as their overall team success. It's about the defensive side of the football, man. That's where the improvement has to really be made. Make no mistake, look, Dak still has to play at a very, very high level. Because, one, he's getting paid to play at a high level. And, two, it's always... Well, look, in the NFL, if you want to win, and we're talking about down in Dallas, winning really means winning Super Bowls because that's what their history has been no matter how far back you go, and you have to go back pretty far, but that's what it's about, winning Super Bowls. You know he's going to have to play well, but they need the improvement on the other side of the football. They need to be able to get off the field on third down. They need to be able to give Dak more cracks at it in terms of, making sure that the time of possession battle is won by Dallas. So it really is a total team type of thing that needs to take place here. Dan Quinn, new defensive coordinator, is really the guy who probably is under even brighter, hotter spotlights than even Dak Prescott, because that, barring any unforeseen circumstances, that Dak Prescott's going to hold up his end of the bargain. He's an elite level player, and you expect him to mimic what he started off like last year in the first quarter of the season. The defense, though, we just don't know, and we're going to find out very quickly.
Yeah, I like what you're saying, especially about the team, because as you were talking, we put up a graphic that said they were 2-3 with him playing at that elite level, Chris Canty. 2-3, and he was playing at an MVP level. So what is the winning formula for this team?
Well, I think Dak is going to have to continue to play at an MVP level. That's why Jerry Jones doled out the contract. But I think also the offense is going to have to be the identity of this team. I will agree with Lewis that the defense has to dramatically improve, but that defense is going to be a work in progress this season. They're switching over from Mike Nolan to Dan Quinn. That's odd front to even front. There's going to be a little bit of a learning curve in terms of those guys understanding the scheme and what they have to do in order to be successful. So until that defense can get to the point where they can be effective, that offense is going to have to carry that team. That means that they're going to have to dictate the complexion of the game by virtue of the scoreboard, make offenses more one-dimensional in that regard, and then they're going to have to dominate time of possession. It's a similar formula to what we saw from this team in 2016 when they won 13 games. In order to do those things, Dak Prescott is going to have to play at a high level. He had a third highest QBR in 2016. It's going to take that type of season in 2021 for the Cowboys to get back to the tournament.
Wow, and what other quarterback do we talk about in the league who has to play at an MVP level and hold him to account for that? If they don't win. I mean, other guys were expected to do it, but this guy, it's like you have to do it in order to win. What other issues might they have on offense, though?
Well, look, I think they have reason to hope that things will be even better for the offense. Remember, the offensive line was falling apart around him before he even got hurt last year. Tyron Smith, their great left tackle, he played 2 games last year. So he had surgery on his neck, and he's had some procedures to clean up some other stuff that have been bugging him for years. So he's apparently going to be okay, maybe healthier than he's been in a long time. Ezekiel Elliott is healthy, didn't play well last year. I mean, obviously, if he plays like Ezekiel Elliott, that's a benefit. I think the Cowboys feel like the offense can be great and was great early last year, minus the turnovers. And if the defense can just be okay, as opposed to horrible, which it was last year, then I think the offense should be able to be what it needs to be.
Sadly for Cowboys fans, asking the defense to be just okay after last year is a big ask.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.